Hello and welcome to Tamara's Paper Trail. I wanted to show you today how to make flowers using our blends markers and isopropyl alcohol. So here's a card I made earlier. Flip you around here. I made this a week or two ago and it was so fun. So I thought I'd try it today with some different colors and do a shorter recording. This was done on my Check It Out Tuesday, probably. So it's about an hour long. So I just thought I'd make something a little bit shorter, kind of going through it step by step, and we'll see what we come up with. So I'm going to start with using some vellum, or vellum cardstock. And you need to get yourself some isopropyl alcohol. Now I use 99%. You can get 91%. I've never found it. But here I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I actually found this. It was hard to find, but I just saw last week, Costco has, I think it's a 4-pack of the 99%. Now this I just got from the drugstore when I finally found it, but they do have it at Costco in a 4-pack. So you can get it there. I did pick up some of these little bottles from Amazon. Let me see if I can find them. Nope, don't know where I put them. Okay, I found them on Amazon. I don't know, I cleaned up. First mistake. Cute little bottles. They're made primarily for the fine tip glue, liquid glue. But they're on Amazon. Just you can just search for fine tip glue bottles and see what pops up. So we're going to start with our vellum. I've got my blend markers, and I'm going to play today with the dark Mango Melody. This one I had used, I think it was Magenta Madness Dark, and the purple was the Dark Highland Heather. So we're going to see what we can come up with our Mango Melody. This one, I thought I would try some in the yellows, because yellow means friendship in the flower world. So I thought, well, let's try one with the yellow, and maybe so I had a little play here. This was Bermuda Bay. This was our Dark Night of Navy. And that was Rich Razzleberry. This was the Blackberry Bliss. And this is our Highland Heather. That's Poppy Parade. So I was just trying to see what different looks I would get. And this is the Mango. So it came out really yellow. So it does alter. You want to just have a little play and see what color you're going to come out with. So essentially, we're going to take our blend marker. You're going to pop off the lid. Now, I don't like to just pull it like this. A lot of times the alcohol that is in the marker will pool, and when you do this, it will splotch. The alcohol, if it's pooling, it can go everywhere. So I like to hold it firmly with both hands, my thumb on these 3 dots, and just push it till the cap comes off. Slide it off, and then I generally, away from my project, I'll just give it a little shake. And if there's any excess alcohol sitting anywhere, it's going to drip out there. So I'm going to try to just do a big rose, a big flower. And so we're just going to start by scribbling. I've got both of my mangoes out because I think this one's dying. One of them is dying anyway. So I'm just going to do a big pool of color. And because our blends are an alcohol marker, and then we're going to apply some alcohol on top of it, it's going to bleed, it's going to blend, gonna make a big old mess. That's the fun of it. Now my alcohol isn't actually pink, but when I had done this project, I actually touched it to the project and it pulled up some of the color. So I'm actually going to take the lid off, and I'm going to take off this little rubber stopper because I know I've played this game before and it's going to drip all over. It's going to get in my way. So take that off. All right, so you need to have a heat tool, and ideally you want one of the newer Stampin' Up! Ones that has the two settings, the strong and the light, and we're going to work with our lighter setting. I have used our older one, which only has 1, and it's a lot more powerful. You can use that, absolutely. You just are going to want to hold your heat tool back a lot further, so and I'll show you why. So we're going to take our alcohol in our little container, and I'm just going to lay down a bunch of alcohol, and you can see how the color immediately fades. And then what we're going to go and do is we're going to grab our heat tool, and we're going to move this around, and where it dries, you can already see the edges are drying. That's going to give an outline that's going to turn into a petal. So I want to push this ink to the sides, and I want to start, you can see how quickly it dries. I want that color to pool and make a vein, which is really going to turn into what we're going to call a petal. So if you're using our older heat tool, you want to hold it back further, because if you push it too hard, and if your heat tool is too close to it, it's going to push it further along, and it's really going to blast it. So now we're just going to keep going over and over and over. We're going to do the same thing over and over, and we're just going to lay down more ink, and we're going to add more alcohol. Is this one working? We're going to add more alcohol, and we're just going to keep doing that until we get lots and lots of these veins that are going to mimic the petals. So at this point, if I knew how, I would certainly speed up my video, but I don't. So we're doing this together. And I could just let this dry organically, and you can see where that line is gonna, where it's pooling. But I'm just gonna help it along and speed it along just a little bit and get a little bit more color. Like you have a little bit of control, and this can take a bit of practice. But I mean, even this is only the second time I've ever done it, and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Like it's not, you're not gonna screw it up. So you can see that's gonna be another layer. These are both the same marker, same color. I just think this one might have a little bit more ink to it. So we're just going to keep going until we end up with the look we like. You want to keep your pop your lid back onto your blend so that it doesn't dry out while you're working. I actually like that color in the middle. We'll push it to the side though. So you could do this dozens and dozens and dozens of times, and you're just going to get more and more petals. It's such a fun technique, and it is not, if you guys know me, you know this is not my usual type of technique where it takes some time and you have to be kind of relaxed and you're never going to get the same result twice. That is not me. I like to be able to control the results normally, but this one I'm finding you can't really screw it up. You just keep going. And I'm quite okay with the organicness of it because it's still coming out looking like flour, just not the identical flour to the one I did earlier, and that's okay. I want to see if I've got a piece of scrap paper here so that you can see the coloring coming through better. There we go. So pretty. So I'm just bending the paper a little bit too so that it's going to stick in the center a little bit more. I want to kind of screw that up. It was quite nice before, and then it dripped. Okay, I want more ink. So that more will pool in the middle. So I need to use just less alcohol, and I could just leave it there so it's not actually spreading, but so where it dries, it's going to leave that vein. A couple more. This one I might just let dry on its own. Oh, blow on it. That's going to take too long. So the bonus of the 99% alcohol that you're using is that it does dry quite quickly. So there is a rose image. I'm wondering, I should probably just leave it right there now. I don't even have a card planned from this stage. I thought maybe I would do some flowers, emboss some flowers, but I really hadn't decided on a stamp that would work with that. I don't have a rose flower that's current, so this is for my strawberries. It looks a little too strawberry-ish. These are peony flower petals, so I'm not sure that that's going to be ideal, but you know what? I think I'm just going to maybe let's just try some green. I'm going to bring in, this is green from the Bermuda Bay. I want to see what our shaded spruce, what will happen to our shaded spruce. So I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap. I'll just see what color that's going to turn into when I do it. Might be too intense. Because it fades quite a bit, but I thought maybe I could try to do a leaf pattern. It's maybe too bright. It's pretty bright. Not sure how I would do a leaf pattern, but maybe it's a little bit bright. Let's see what else we got. We've got just jade, mint macaron. Maybe I'll try light Bermuda. No, that's the one I tried before. What else have I got? I have Old Navy. Try Old Navy. Probably should have done this before I went live. So there's the Old Navy. And this one is the Just Jade. Just want to see how that's going to react and what color we're going to come out with. It's much different doing videos without an audience, I must say. Okay, so that, I'll try the Old Olive, the heck. And I'm thinking maybe if I had a picture of a rose here, and they're quite poofy, they're quite large petals, but I mean leaves. I don't know how to draw a leaf, but maybe if I just do, again, pretty organic. That's terrible. Now, wow, I don't love that at all. I just learned when I was doing this last week on my live, one of my viewers says, well, yeah, if you've made a mistake, can you just use your color lifter to, I don't know how to draw a leaf for the love of, can you just use your color lifter to pull a color out? And lo and behold, yes, you can. So I don't love that. You could use your rubbing alcohol, but our color lifter is rubbing alcohol, really, or it's alcohol. So you can put a little bit, I'm just going to put some on a Kleenex here to show you, like if I wanted to rub that off. It will take off the color. If you grab your color lifter, it absolutely will do the same. So this is a little bit, I don't like the shape of that, so let's just remove it. Look at that. Can you see that? Cool. Love that. Now this. So yeah, I don't love what I've done here, but we're going to try the same thing, and maybe it'll turn out gorgeous organically. We'll see. Just add some green, and we're just going to push it around and try to make it. If that was remotely a leaf shape, that would be much better. So I don't really want it to run into my flower, so I'm just holding my paper down a bit. That's fairly brutal, and I really don't like it. So how about if I just do, I'm going really organic now. Let's just pretend it's in a field of green. I'll just surround the whole thing with green. You can see I'm totally winging it at this point. Let's just see what comes out. Worst case scenario, I just hit delete on the video, right? Okay. I don't use my vellum enough. And I use my blends all the time to color, but not for techniques like this. Let's just see what we come up with. I just thought this would be a nice card to give to a girlfriend. So I'm filming this. It's almost Mother's Day. Mother's Day is May 4th. And I do like to send cards to my friends who are mothers. Okay, let's just see if we can do little splotches. Maybe they'll end up looking like leaves. Okay, and we'll just try it. I don't want to do too much because I have to keep an eye on the alcohol, make sure it doesn't run into the flower itself. So where it dries, it's going to leave a vein. Maybe we're just going to, I don't know, getting crazy now. Getting a little cocky. Stay away from my flower. Let's just make the whole thing organic. Look at all these veins. Neat. Stay away from the flower. So it's making a lot of the veins because of the amount of ink I laid down. Right, by scribbling as much as I did, it's going to leave all those veins. Okay, well, I'm not sure, but hey, let's see if we can draw. I can't draw a leaf shape with a pen, so I'm not sure I can do it with alcohol, but hey. Kind of get the idea. No, they don't look like leaves at all. So what am I going to do with this hot mess now? Maybe I'm going to cut out this rose with scissors. And I could put it on a card with some die cut leaves. Cut out the green. So there's our flower. Is that going to look weird? I could do something with that. Anyway, I'll play around with it and see what I come up with. But I wanted to show you the general technique in under an hour. So this was only 19 minutes. Have a play and see what you can come up with. This was the other card I made with the other colors. It's a lot of fun, you guys. Give it a try. Thanks for checking it out.